Hello and welcome to West Cary Middle School's open house for the 2021 academic school year. Thank you for coming. I am Miss Dancy and I am happy to be here teaching math this year with your child. A little bit about me. I am a Raleigh native, born and bred, came through in Wake County Public Schools, attended NC State. So I am a hometown girl. I have two boys who are also in Wake County Public Schools. I have been teaching since 2001. I started my career in a small town in Franklin County, and then I have been at West Cary since 2004. I love West Cary. It is my home. All right, so to get started, you can follow along with me by scanning this QR code here, and you will be able to see the same slide presentation that I am presenting. All right, so I teach two levels of seventh grade math, and I also teach a level of sixth grade math. But today, for this presentation, we're going to focus on the seventh grade level. So you see here for what we're covering in the seventh grade classroom. For seventh grade math, we have our outline of course materials or topics that will be covered quarter by quarter. Please do keep in mind that sometimes the time frame may overlap for certain topics within the quarter, but this is what we will cover in seventh grade math. Here is what we will cover in 7 plus. So I also teach Math 7 plus. So we are currently in Unit 2 for both classes, Math 7 and Math 7 plus. We are currently in the second unit for each level. So here's an outline of what will be covered for Math 7 plus. Now, some open up resources for the seventh grade level math will you see as follows: scale drawing, surface area, statistics and probability, and so forth. Those are some resources that you can tap into by topic for the seventh grade math. Here it is for 7 plus. You have, we are actually learning 4 units of the seventh grade math and then all of the eighth grade units. So we are covering a lot. 12 units total that the 7 plus students will learn. And so here are those topics as well. So the daily class expectation. It is expected that students attend class each day. Of course, we do understand that students may fall ill to being sick or may have a doctor's appointment, and those type of things, as it would in the regular classroom, can happen. But we do expect our students to attend class daily and on time. So there's 2 parts to learning, asynchronously and then synchronously. So asynchronously can be associated with the word away from the classroom. So students are to report to class having done these items first. So there is a lesson that is attached to a video that students will watch before coming to class. And there will also be some assigned activities from the workbook. Here is a schedule of when they will do that work. So for example, first period students will begin their learning at 7:30 asynchronously away from the classroom, complete the video, answer the questions, and do the activities. And then at 8 o'clock, they will come together live to learn synchronously with me, going over the video questions and the activities that were done in the book and addressing any questions they may have. So that is the expectation for each day. On test days, students are to report to class at the beginning of class. Therefore, we can give instruction and administer the test with the time frame of the classroom for students to take the test. All assessments, tests, and quizzes will be done in the classroom, not outside of the classroom, but in the classroom. So that is why we ask that they report to class at the beginning to make sure they have the instructions and the time that they need to take the test or the quiz. So graded work that we will have the videos, as I explained, with activities. These are done for feedback purposes for students as they learn. They will have quizzes. So the quizzes will be done through Google Classroom, which I'll show in just a moment. They'll do that through Google Classroom, and the grades will be transferred to PowerSchool. Unit tests, also done through Google Classroom. They have a study guide that they can use in order to help prepare for the test. Again, the grades will be put into PowerSchool for viewing as to what their performance was. Problem set. So students will have problem sets. They haven't had one just yet, but they will have problem sets and that will be a spiral review of the material that has been covered. So students often may ask about grade remediation. In other words, if I have a test or they take a test and didn't do well, they can actually remediate that grade by taking an alternative assessment. But there are some requirements that students must follow prior to, so you see them here. And here is a more detailed outline of those requirements for students in order to take the test over to get a better grade. So ways to check in. So Talking Points is an app that I use for communication with parents. And if students have a number, they can use that. PowerSchool, Google Classroom, and student workbooks are also ways to check in and support. Your students should be writing in their workbook just as it is done when they're in the classroom. So before we go to questions, if you have any, please write them down. I do want to show how students are to access their Google Classroom. So they have a Wake ID portal they will log into. Here is a snapshot of my Wake ID portal. They do not have as many icons as I do, but they do have a Google Classroom icon. Here is their email for the email account they have through Wake County. Here is Dreambox, which we use in the classroom for math. That icon is here. And then the home base icon is for PowerSchool for accessing grades. Here is a quick look at a Google Classroom for one of my Plus classes. So those are the announcements. And then their work is all posted here under classwork and by topic. It's taking a minute to load, but this is where the items of which they're doing in class is posted. So currently we're in Unit 2. So you'll see all the items. The tests and quizzes are there. So they have access to this through their Wake ID portal. If you have any questions, we'll see you and answer your questions during our open house presentation. Thank you. Bye-bye.